We may say things. All right. So I've had this conversation with Christians quite a bit of times. It's not really a salvific matter, so it doesn't really get much attention, but I wanted to record my thoughts and just be like, you know what? Here's my little diagram to view is. So we have heart equals soul. Language is written right there, and there's a little X mark because so often do we say things and our soul doesn't reflect that, and there's biblical precedent for this. If we go to Romans 7:18, it says, "For I know that nothing good dwells in me, that is, in my flesh, for I have the desire to do what is right, but not the ability to carry it out. For I do not do the good I want, but I do the evil I do not want." We may say things that we don't mean. Think that swearing is all that bad because of the way that language is evolving. Say I want to take a shit, I don't want to be condemned by my brother and sister because they think that I'm going to go to hell for saying that. And I don't think that shit, fuck, bitch, or any of that, unless it's a reflection of a evil heart, is bad. So let's go to the scriptures. Let's talk about what kind of language we should use. That way we have a better understanding of how we should, where we go to everything. Just hear me out, all right? So first, let's go to Ephesians 4:29. Let no corrupting talk come out of your mouths, but only such as good for building up as fits the occasion, that it may give grace to those who hear. I gotta go poop. Is that corrupting talk? Is that inappropriate? I gotta go take a shit. Is that corrupting talk? Luke 6:45, a tree and its fruit. Well, starts in 43. For no good trees bear bad fruit, nor again does a bad tree bear good fruit. For each tree is known by its own fruit. For figs are not gathered from thorn bushes, nor are grapes picked from a bramble bush. The good person out of the good treasure of his heart produces good, and the evil person out of his evil treasure produces evil. For out of the abundance of the heart his mouth speaks. Now this is where Christians get the idea that every thing that we say is a constant reflection of our soul, and then they start condemning you and they cause division in the church. In James 5:12, it says, "But above all, my brothers, do not swear either by heaven or by earth or by any other oath, but let your yes be yes and your no be no, so that you may not fall under condemnation." James 3:10, "From the same mouth come blessing and cursing. My brothers, these things ought not to be so. Does a spring pour forth the same opening, both fresh and salt water? Can a fig tree, my brothers, bear olives, or a grapevine produce figs? Neither can a salt pond yield fresh water." We shouldn't be hating people with our mouths. We shouldn't. In James 3, it's taming the tongue. It's talking all about how important it is to be careful about what you say. And there is great wisdom in that. How great a forest is set ablaze by such a small fire. Ephesians 5:4. "Let there be no filthiness, nor foolish talk, nor crude joking, which is out of place, but instead let there be thanksgiving." But instead let there be thanksgiving. I think everyone hears that verse, and they're just like, "You said a joke I don't like." And then they look at you, and then they think that you're such a sinner and that you should have no humor ever come out of your mouth. Now that's a dramatization, but so many times Christians omit humor because they think it's sinful. One joke where it's so unfunny that I can't even remember it, where Peter's like slow to the tomb or something when running to find Jesus. That's the only joke they'll say. But everything else, nah, you're sinning. You're letting foolish and filthy talk come out of your mouth. It's what drives disunity within the church. You have so many times that people get hurt because of it. Proverbs 4:24. "Put away from you crooked speech and put devious talk far from you." There's more verses that we could reference. Matthew 5:22, Colossians 3:8, Luke 6:45. All of these are talking about we want to be careful about the words that are coming out of our mouth, and we don't want to be disparaging for selfish gain. We are called to something much higher with our speech. Invention of the phone and texting, there's new slang terms being popularized so fast. Like, I don't even know half of Philly slang. We shouldn't punish someone for their vernacular. Not always is it a reflection of the heart. I really like the phrase, instead of saying watch your language, check your heart. I like that so much better because it's addressing that it's a heart issue and not a vocabulary issue. Because it's not going to change the person's heart. Someone could say to you, I'm really sorry that I did that, and hate you with all their heart. And Christians really like to be absolute in everything because we know that we're saved by faith in Jesus Christ. Maritza, come here. Shared, so we just want to act like we know everything, especially other people's hearts and their souls, when we don't. We don't have the power. We're not worthy. We're called to condemn certain sin. I know that. I'm not going to sit here and let pride be pride. But I also don't think we need to get as angry as we do at our fellow brothers and sisters for what's coming out of our mouth. Especially if it's not what our soul is saying. That's all I gotta say.